Hello, welcome to Women's Financial Empowerment Group. I'm your host, Ruth Agbeloso. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I post, which is usually twice a week. Like this video, share it, and comment. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for your support. Please go ahead and like, share, do all those wonderful things. I really appreciate your support. Now, as I always say, I post twice a week, except for last week, which I wasn't feeling well and I needed to take out time for self-care. If you've been around here for a while, especially on my Facebook page, Women's Financial Empowerment Group, you know that I always talk about self-care. It's vitally important, and so I took out time for that. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about life insurance. Specifically, do single people that don't have children need life insurance? So let's get into it. There are a few reasons why someone who is single would need life insurance. I know that there are some people out there that say single people do not need life insurance, but I don't believe that is correct information. I believe that there are some times where you do need life insurance, or it would be a great idea for you to have life insurance. So I'm going to go ahead and list 5 different reasons why you should have life insurance if you're a single person. Reason number 1. If you want to take care of your funeral costs. The national average for funeral costs right now in the U.S. is $7,000 to $10,000. I don't know where you're watching this. You may have a lower cost or a higher cost depending on where you live. But the national average right now in the U.S., like I said before, is $7,000 to $10,000. And someone has to foot the bill for that. So why not make it easier on your loved ones by going ahead and getting a policy that at least covers your final costs. Number 2, you may want to consider getting life insurance if you have credit card bills. Listen, when you pass away, credit card bills don't just automatically go away. They get passed down to your nearest of kin. So they stick around. And I've been in the process of planning a funeral and seeing the behind the scenes. And let me just tell you that those creditors go after your family. So if you know that you have credit card debt, it's in your best interest, in the best interest of your loved ones, to go ahead and get a policy that covers it. And then over time, as you pay them off, you can have less of a policy and maybe even not even have a policy after a while. But I definitely suggest you have at least the amount to cover your final expenses and your credit card bills if you have any. Now, when I was doing my research, I found that student loans usually die when you die, but that's usually federal student loans. You definitely want to check if you have private student loans, what happens if you pass away, whether your inheritance, whether your family members have to pay or, what happens. So but more times than not, that will get passed on like any other debt. So you'll want to go ahead and have a policy that will take care of that debt until it's paid down, like I said before. So that would be my number 3 on the list, to cover your student loan debt if you have student loan debt, specifically private loans that usually don't just go away once you pass away. That is also true when you have a cosigner. So if you have a cosigner on your student loan, you definitely want to make sure that you have the student loan balance covered so that they don't get stuck with having to repay all that money. That would be unkind. If you want to take advantage of the time when you're actually working and you're able to be around and take care of things, that would be a good idea to make sure that you have a policy that covers the loan amount. And on average, for a single person in good health, you'll probably just be spending about $10 or so a month for life insurance. So that is a small amount compared to what you'll be leaving behind, what they'll have to pay. If you go ahead and cover that life insurance, cover that cost, if something happens to you, then your cosigner won't get stuck, like I said before. Number 5. So that leads me into number 5, that if you have any sort of debt where there's a cosigner, you want to make sure that you have life insurance to cover the amount that should be taken care of by you, because you want to make sure that your cosigner is not left with that debt. I want to also give you a bonus. So this is number 6. I said I was going to give you 5. I'm going to give you a bonus one. If you have a mortgage, you want to make sure that that mortgage is covered. If you have a mortgage, make sure that that mortgage is covered, because you want to make sure that, again, your parents or anyone who is left behind, or even if you have a roommate or a housemate, you don't want to leave them to have to pay that full mortgage on their own because you've passed away. So it's a good idea to get life insurance to cover that cost. So those are the 5 reasons. Those are 5 reasons. Actually, I've given you 6 reasons. I gave you a bonus one why you should have life insurance as a single person. Of course, there may be some other, there are some actual other reasons, but these are the main ones that I'm seeing that will go across the board for many people. I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave a comment and let me know if there are other reasons why you think you should have life insurance, or if you still don't think you should have life insurance as a single person, or you have other questions about life insurance. I could definitely point you in the right direction. You can watch my other videos to get some of your questions answered. You can also reach out to me. My information is in the description box. I'm your financial coach, Ruth Agbeloso, saying, remember, change your mind, change your pocketbook.